Hey, what is going on, you guys? Admiral Tori here, and welcome back for another Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, we just pretty much left dumbfounded after learning who is really Anna, and
Can't?
we met with this guy. This guy might have some really good information to continue the story. So now we gotta try to figure out to get out of jail, and I kinda got an idea.
There's a breeze coming through here. Might be able to break through.
Yeah, might be able to break through, but we gotta find some tools. Now, I did remember from the last episode that I was gonna talk about Jonestown, and she mentioned about this. No, not her. I think the guy she meets, the secret store or the store that if you got Constantine coins, you can buy stuff from them. Basically, he mentioned Jonestown, and I recognized that reference.
How did you end up in there?
When Constantine and his men arrived,
Now I need to figure out a way to get out of here. I don't exactly know.
who you were dealing with.
We.
My people,
Interact.
just over the walls.
Let's get out of here first before I even talk about Jonestown, because Jonestown,
I'll
it
let
makes
you know what I
sense.
think of it.
Pretty good reference.
They'll have heard that.
All the more reason to get out of here.
Let's work fast. Like you said, they heard me. Alright, let's check out what they have in the stash. Got my bow back. Got some ropes.
Is there a way out?
No, but I found something that might be useful.
A rope and a recursive bow. So let's take a moment to talk about Jonestown, and it's kind of a cool story. You can Google it or YouTube it, but Jonestown was supposed to be a utopia. It happened in the 70s and 80s. I'm gonna be really quick and swift about it, but there is plenty of stories. There's this group of people who look up to a man named Jones, and Jones was speaking of this like perfect society, building a society that gets away from the real world, and basically you work and then you could do whatever you want, and your family would be a much happier place. And this is happening in the United States of America on the west side, I think in California, San Francisco. So these young people who really believe in this man named Jones follow this man like as he was like a savior or a follower. Now, in order for him to do this, build this small community, he had to go to South America, some country in South America. I don't recall what country it is, but in the United States, it won't allow them to do it. And when they got there, it was hell, because he was a dictator, and you kind of get where I'm going with this. And eventually, at the end, these people went crazy, and they didn't like the way he is, but some of them even still believe in him, and at the end, they all suicide with cyanide, and they also killed the first U.S. senator, because one of the U.S. senators wanted to go to Jonestown, which is the place they named in South America, where the small community. They named it Jonestown, and he wanted to go visit there. He wanted to negotiate them to get these people back. And these guys, after what they've seen, what they learned, they want to go back home, but if they ever mention something going back home, they will get killed. So it's basically kind of crazy. He has his henchmen. Like, his henchmen were armed, and these people weren't armed. And we're talking about like babies, kids, and people who are adult and families. So yeah, that is basically Jonestown, which is why in the last episode when the guy mentioned about Jonestowns and this place being hell, it's because Constantine and all the people around here are pretty much crazy. That is just the reference. So let's continue Tomb Raider. Yeah, it's a pretty cool story. I watched a documentary on it, and I find it interesting, but it's one of those downfalls of human beings. I guess Mr. Jones is one of those people we refer as the gifted, who know how to talk to people. I'm not sure if I consider myself able to persuade someone that far away to go from America to South America.
Careful. We don't want to attract attention.
Oh, okay. Can I just shoot it? I can't shoot it. I'm not sure why. Right to aim. Left is to shoot. Okay, I don't know why earlier it didn't work, but now it works.
It worked. Can you get out?
Yeah, of course, I can fit through here. But yeah, it's a really cool story. You can search it on YouTube. Jonestown. Jonestown.
I can help you.
I can't trust you.
We may not be enemies. I can see that. I suspect you do too.
I work better alone.
I know the layout. I know the land.
I'm a fast learner.
There's no doubt of that. Maybe I can offer you something more valuable. I know what you're all after. Thank you. I'm Jacob.
Lara, take this. In case we get separated.
We have to move. The guards will be coming through on rounds any moment.
Do you know the way out?
Yes.
We began invasion of the valley not 24 hours ago. I expected resistance and have not been disappointed. The people of the valley think they defeat us, but the harder they fight, the stronger my resolve grows. If they weren't protecting something, they wouldn't martyr themselves so. They wouldn't endure tortures with such resolve. They are believers. I respect that. But they are on the wrong side of this battle. It will not be long now. A new, better world is at hand.
Had some time to study this place.
Totally forgot from the last episode we learned that Anna Croft, right? Anna Croft, the girlfriend of Lara Croft's father, she betrayed us, and her brother is actually Constantine,
How long were you in that
the man who's pretty much an interrogator and the leader of this movement or mercenary known as Trinity.
The divine source. Is it here?
Trust must go both ways, Lara.
Okay, what's with the arrow crafting deal here? Oh, that's nice. We can craft some ammo just like that.
A history lesson. This place has its own scars.
It was a work camp. The Soviets sent prisoners here to work in the mines.
Even that wasn't enough. They captured our people. Took children from their mothers to work as slaves.
God. It must have been horrible.
Anyone who survived those days has stories to tell.
That doesn't look like mining. It looks like an excavation.
It's, possible. They dug anywhere they caught a hint of wealth.
Those are ancient. What did they find?
You'll have to ask them. We have to go. We aren't safe here.
Can I get one more interaction? Nope. That is the end. Check out this radio.
I finally laid my betrayals bare. Lara knows the truth. Now a strange series of emotions has gripped me. Remorse, certainly. Remorse for a piece of me that was left inside that torture cell. But something else, too. I know Constantine thinks that I've lost my edge, that my time with the Crofts has made me soft, but he's wrong. It isn't softness. It feels instead like a new kind of resolve. I knew Lord Croft to be an intelligent man. I know his daughter holds secrets in her head. As an ally, she'd be invaluable. As an enemy, she'll be a difficult problem. I must make sure that Constantine's arrogance doesn't get the better of him as we take her on.
Alright, let's try to leave this Soviet compound. Now, I'm assuming this is post-Cold War. And there is a big box that you want to crack open. Pistol unlocked. Can salvage some stuff. Let's use our survival instincts to see if there's anything else I can grab before we leave this compound. Or Soviet installation, if you want to put it that way.
Our best chance of escape is to make our way to the old shore.
And what then?
My village is in the valley on the other side of the mountain. We'll be safe there.
Command Post 2, last chopper outbound. Roger. That'll be the last shipment. Reports of trouble at the communications control. More natives? Negative. We caught an armed intruder from the outside. Some woman. She stirred up trouble on the perimeter. Were we expecting others? Possibly. After the initial attack.
Stay here. I'll take care of this.
All right. Hold on. Almost got it. That's it. You're good to go.
Okay, let's move this thing out. Constantine wants a team up at the copper mill before the storm sets in.
Okay, so we gotta crack open the gate. We gotta figure this out.
The storm's coming in. We'll have to ground the choppers soon.
Still a lot of territory to cover out there.
Yeah, we'll just have to get more boots in the snow. Constantine wants eyes inside.
Can I kill this guy without being noticed?
Something up there.
Yeah, they found some old records in the prison. Pictures of ruins and maps of the mine.
Yeah.
Think the Soviets knew what was up here?
Not at first, but it definitely looks like they figured it out.
Well, most of this stuff is decades old. Doesn't even look like they cleared out before they left.
Yeah, that part hasn't.
Where'd this come from?
Can I use my bow, please? Okay, I think this game is a little glitchy on me right now. Okay, just switching between the bows and arrows. And like, it wants me to craft all the time. Let's see if we can get the attention of those guys by grabbing the other bottle. Where should I get this guy's attention?
You hear that? I'll go look. Stay close. Hold on. Somebody's up. Incoming! We're under attack!
Chopper. Let's take this guy out. And hurry up with the gate opening. Let's
Anna
just
has let the mask
listen to
fall.
this verse.
She and I are finally fully reunited. It has been difficult without her these past years. When I'm weak, it's always been her voice that gave me strength. When she loses hope, I ignite that hope for her. That being said, I must confess that I am worried about her. Her health falters, yes, but my concern is with her resolve. I fear that some piece of her was lost in her time with the Crofts. She must have faked her emotions for Lord Croft so powerfully they became real. And now I feel that fear has spilled over to Laura.
Jacob, I found a way to open the inner gate.
Head to the courtyard. I'm already inside.
It's one of those classic situations where one betrays, but he is really, or she, in Anna's case, connect and change from their experience. So let's stick to the shadows. Don't know what this does. I don't know why I want to put an arrow and grab that. Stand next to the post to create a rope bridge. Oh, okay. There we go. This is a very classic. Hold up. Let's check this. Yeah, let's get down first because there's something here. We also got a lockpick a long time ago. Well, not really, not a long time ago. Some episode ago from the natives when we helped them to take out the transmitter. Yeah, they offered us a lockpick. I was wondering where I can grab one. That came in handy that we got a lockpick. It's not like Skyrim lockpick, but it is still a lockpick. Now we can go up.
I have patrols that involve major dig sites. Here, here, and here.
What about Anna? I need to get in there.
Scouts.
Jacob, what is he doing?
Trinity wants the artifact found as soon as possible.
We aren't getting anything. This is the
Shit. Be careful, Laura.
Quite convincing. I want to get into those ruins myself.
and Croft.
We keep her alive. For now. I cannot wait to leave this frozen hell.
Then I have good news. Reconnaissance from the scouts. The natives have a settlement on the other side of the mountain.
Soon, you will have your day.
We both will. Just as long as you don't lose focus again.
What do you mean?
You're sentimental about her. The Croft girl, I can tell because she's still alive. We can't afford to dwell in the past.
You doubt me? You know what I've given to Trinity, what I've sacrificed, what I face. I'm fine.
Life has not been kind to either of us, but I swore I'd always protect you.
Now who's being sentimental?
I promise you. All of this will be worth it in the end. With the divine source, you will live. But more importantly, you will live in a world cleansed of sin.
Send your men to this settlement. Find out what they know.
It's too dangerous.
Let me have my pleasures. None of this will matter the day our work is accomplished.
Constantine, you're needed in the holding cells.
We're in this together, sister. Remember.
Always.
doing?
Mankind shall be judged. The non-believers turned to ash and swept away. And the pure of faith will be raised up and given life eternal. Get out! I'll find you!